What's up, my fellow yarn bombers? It is I, the Crafty Crocheter, and if you're a new viewer or new to the channel, welcome. My name is Michael, and I am the Crafty Crocheter. And for those of you who are returning viewers, welcome back. So, welcome to the 4th episode of my Crochet 101 video series, where I go into the very basics of crocheting, which these videos are aimed for those individuals who are brand new to crocheting or a crocheting novice, someone who wants to get into crocheting but don't know quite how to tackle that, or for those of you who need a refresher course. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how to make one of the all-time traditional crochet projects, and that would happen to be the classic granny square. Now, this granny square is basically a combination of double crochet stitches and chain stitches, and you're working these in rounds, and I'm going to go through each individual round and show you how to work each round. And also I'm going to show you how to change colors in your granny square, and also how to finish the square and fasten off and weave in the ends. So if you are ready to learn how to make the granny square, stay tuned. So without further ado, here we go. Alright, so to begin your granny square, there are a couple things you're going to need. First off, of course, you're going to need some yarn, and in today's tutorial I'm going to use a pink yarn, a number 4 worsted weight yarn, so excuse me for the close-up. Then you're going to need a crochet hook, of course, and in today's demonstration I'm going to use a size I hook or a 5.5 millimeter hook. Of course, you can use any crochet hook that you want to obtain the gauge, or if you want a slightly larger size, go with a slightly larger hook, or if you want to go to a smaller one, you can use a smaller hook. And of course, you need a good pair of scissors to trim off the excess yarn when you're done, and also a good yarn needle, and preferably get one with a larger eye, so that way it makes threading easier. So if you're ready, grab your crochet hook, grab your yarn, and let's get this crocheting party started. All right, so to get started, you're gonna start this project like you would with any other project. So you're gonna create a slip knot, and I went over how to create a slip knot in several of my videos, and actually yesterday's crochet 101 video. But if you don't remember, you just take your piece of yarn, slip it over to the left side, make sure this yarn is over this strand, and take this strand, go behind it, and make sure you have what I like to call the pretzel, because again, it looks like a pretzel. Then take your crochet hook, go behind this strand, go out in front. Once you have that in place, grab these 2 pieces of yarn with your forefinger and thumb, and just pull the crochet hook, and then there is your slip knot. Now, to begin round 1, you're going to go ahead and chain 6. So I'm going to chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Of course, if you want to do, you can chain 4 as well, but chaining 6 just gives you a lot more room when you're threading the center for where you're going to place all your double crochets. So once you have your 6 chains done, you're going to take your crochet hook, go into the first chain, and then you're just going to take yarn over, and you're going to join these together, and you're going to pull the yarn through both loops. So in essence, you're creating a slip stitch. So once you have that joined, you're going to go ahead and chain 3 more. And this chain 3 will count as your first double crochet of the cluster. So for the next one, you're going to go ahead and create 2 more double crochets in this center right here. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into that center, pull the yarn up, then you'll have your 3 loops on the hook, and then work your double crochet as you normally would. And you're going to do this one more time. So yarn over, put your hook into that center, snag that yarn, then you got your 3 loops on the hook, then you're going to yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull to the last 2, and then there is your trio of double crochet stitches. So to form the corner, you're going to go ahead and you're going to chain 3. And this chain 3 is it will form your corners throughout your rounds throughout the project. So then you're going to go ahead and yarn over, then insert your hook into that same center, that same hole, or same center, pull up, and then you're going to double crochet as you did in the previous cluster. Then you're going to do this 2 more times. Yarn over, go into that center, pull up, and then work your double crochet. And then there is your second cluster. So you're repeating this until you're going to repeat this. So I'll do one more repeat with you, then I'll let you finish the round. So I'm going to go ahead and chain 3 again. And then this chain 3 is going to form your corner. So then after you got your third chain done, yarn over, and then insert your hook into that center hole. Then you got your 3 loops, and then you're going to work your double crochet, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the last 2. And you're going to do this 2 more times. 1. Then this is going to be your final double crochet of the cluster. And there's 2. Make sure it yarns all the way. All right, so then you're going to repeat that until you get to the very end. So I'm going to go ahead and work the rest of this off camera. And then once you have the final cluster done, I'll show you how to end round 1. All right, so we're near the end of round 1. So you notice how you have your 4 trios of double crochet stitches within that center hole. And then you have your 3 corners established. So you're going to finish off by chaining 3, like you're going to form another corner. Then there's your 3 chains, and then after your 3rd chain is done, you're going to join this to the 3rd chain of this faux double crochet. So just go ahead and you're going to join. You can just go through that loop, or I like to go through both of the top loops so it's a more secure fit. And then once you have that in place, you're just going to do slip join through these 2 stitches. So you're creating a slip stitch. All right, and this is what the end of round 1 should look like. So you have your 4 trios of double crochets, and then you have your 4 corners formed. All right, so to start round 2, you're going to go ahead and chain 4. And that's 4. And then this chain 4 is going to count as your space up here, and that chain you're going to skip. So I'll show you in a minute why this is important. So once you have your 4th chain done, you're going to yarn over, go into this corner, and you're going to work a double crochet. Then you're going to do this 2 more times for this first trio cluster, this first trio. So then do 1 more. Right? Then that is your first trio, and you see, and then the 4th, you'll see why the chain 4 is important at the beginning. So this is your space above this trio, and then the chain 1 is what you'll use to skip. You'll see as this progresses. So I'm jumping ahead. So then after you get that trio done, you're going to go ahead and chain 3 because you're forming a new corner, and then you're going to go ahead, yarn over, and then back into that same chain space, you're going to work 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So after you get your 3rd double crochet done for this cluster, you're going to chain 1, because the chain 1 is going to allow you to go into this space without stretching this out too much. So after you get that chain 1 completed, you're going to go at yarn over, go into the next corner chain space, and work 3 double crochets. 2. Then it's going to be your 3rd final one of the first trio. All right, so then there's your first trio of that corner cluster. So after you get that third one done, you're going to do the same thing as you did over here. You're going to chain 3. There's your chain 3, and then you're going to yarn over and go into that same chain space and work 3 double crochet stitches. So there's 1, 2, and this is going to be the third one. Pull some more yarn. So, all right, so then there's your third trio. Then you're going to repeat this process all the way around until you get to the very end corner, and I'll show you what to do when you get to the final corner. So I'll let you work the rest of this, and then I'll meet you, and then we'll start at the end of round 1. Then we'll begin round 3. All right, so we're nearing the end of round 2. So to finish off the round, after you get this trio of double crochets done, you're going to go ahead and chain 3 as before to form the corner. And then there's your chain 3. And then in this same chain space, you're going to work 2 more double crochets. And then there's 2, okay? And then this beginning chain of the round, the first 3 chains does count as your third double crochet for this cluster. So to finish off, you're going to slip join these 2 together. So insert your hook into the third chain of the beginning of the round, so which would be this one right here. Again, you can join this either through the front loop, or I like to try to get through both loops. Then you're going to do a slip join, and there you go. And that is the end. This is the end, and this is what your work should look like after ending round 2. So to start round 3, you're going to chain 3. And then since we're in a space, you're going to go ahead and work 2 double crochets into this chain space. 1 and 2. And then there's your trio for the beginning of round 3. So as before, you're going to go ahead and chain 1. And then you're going to yarn over, go into this corner chain space and work 3 double crochets. Right, there's your trio for that corner. So then as before, when you reach to a corner, you're going to go ahead and you're going to chain 3 to form the new corner. There's your chain 3, and then you're going to yarn over, go into that same chain space and work 3 more double crochets. And then there's 3. Then after that third double crochet of this cluster, you're gonna chain 1, and then once you have your chain 1 done, you're gonna yarn over, go into the next chain space and work 3 double crochets. 2, yarn over, first 2, last 2. Then there's your third double crochet for this cluster, and you're repeating this down all the way around until you get to the end of round 3. And I'll do one more repeat with you, and then I'll let you work the rest of the way to the end. So after this third double crochet of this cluster, you're going to chain 1, yarn over, go into this corner chain space and work your 3 double crochets. Get some more yarn. Okay, and this is your second double crochet of that corner. And this is the third. See, and then there's your 3 double crochets for this corner. And then once you, again, as with any other corner, you're going to chain 3 again. And then yarn over, go into that same chain space and work 3 more double crochets. All right, then basically you're repeating this all the way around until you get to the very end. So I'll let you work the rest of this round, and then once you get near the end of round 3, I will meet you, and then I'll show you how to finish the round, and we'll start on round 4. All right, so we're nearing the end of round 3, and you see how you work this all the way around to the corner. And I already did my chain 3 here, then I did my 3 double crochets. So to finish round 3, all you're going to do from this point is chain 1 and do a slip join to the 3rd chain of the starting chain 3. So go to the 3rd chain, which is right here, and then you're going to insert your hook into that chain or that stitch. Again, you can either just do the front loop or try to get both loops. And then you're going to work a slip join, or basically a slip stitch through those 2 stitches. All right, and that is what your round 3 should look like. So this is what your work should look like so far. So we have 2 more rounds to go. So we're going to go ahead and start round 4. Now to start round 4, you're going to chain 4. Because we're going to create that space above this, and plus skip over to the net to work it to the next chain space. And we'll get some more yarn. All right, so then once you got your 4 chains done, you're going to yarn over, go into this chain space here, and work your 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And then after you get this done, as before, you're gonna chain 1 and then yarn over, go into this corner chain space, and work your 3 double crochets. All right, then you're gonna form your corner as before. So you're gonna chain 3 again, and then you're gonna go ahead, yarn over, go into the same chain space here, and work your 3 double crochets. 2 and 3. All right, and then you can repeat this all the way around until you get to the very end, but I'll work one more repeat with you, then I'll let you work the rest. So after you get this 3rd double crochet done, and as before, you're going to chain 1 because we're going into this chain space here, yarn over, go into the chain space right here, this next chain space, and then work 3 double crochet stitches. Again, you're going to repeat that. So from here, chain 1, work your 3 double crochets, chain 1, go into this corner chain space, work your 3 double crochets, then chain 3, and then work 3 more double crochets into that same chain space. You're going to work that all the way around until you get to the very end of round 4. So I'm going to let you work the rest of this on your own, and then once we get to the end of round 4, I'll show you how to complete it. Okay guys, so we're near the end of round 4, so that you see how I worked the last double crochet of this trio here. So we're nearing the end of round 4, so we're going to do next, and I already did my chain 1, so after you get this 3rd double crochet done, you'll chain 1, and then in this chain space here, you're going to work 2 more double crochets. And this would be number 2. And then you're going to slip join to this starting chain of round 4. So count 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to insert your hook into that 3rd chain. Again, you can do this through the front loop only, or you can try to get through both loops. Then you're going to just pull the yarn through both of those stitches for your slip join. All right? And this is what your work should look like after the end of round 4. So we're going to go ahead and start round 5, and as with round 3, you're basically going to repeat the process as you did with the starting of round 3. So you're going to go ahead, you're going to chain 3, Then you're going to go ahead and work 2 double crochets into this chain space. Right, and there's your first trio of round 5. So then, as before, you're going to go ahead and chain 1, yarn over, go into the next chain space, and work your 3 double crochets. Two, and then there's 3, and then since we're approaching a corner, you're going to go ahead and chain 1, and then yarn over, go into this corner chain space, and work your 3 double crochets. Two, 3, and then you're going to form your corner again. So you're going to chain 3, 2, 3, and then you're going to finish the corners. So you're going to yarn over, go into the same chain space, and work 3 double crochet stitches. And then basically you're going to repeat this all the way around until you get to the very end of round 5. So I'll do one more repeat with you. So after your 3rd double crochet of this corner trio right here, you're going to chain 1, yarn over, go into the next chain space, and work 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So basically you're going to repeat this process all the way around this previous round until you get to the very end. So let me pull some yarn out so I can, right? So from after this trio, you're going to chain 1, work your 3 double crochets, chain 1, work your 3 double crochets, chain 1, work 3 double crochets into this corner chain space, chain 3, and then work 3 double crochets into the same chain space, and then work your way all the way around until you get to the end of round 5, and I'll show you how to finish off round 5. Alrighty, so we're near the end of round 5, and this is what it should look like so far. So to finish off round 5, all you're going to do after you create this 3rd double crochet is chain 1, and then slip join to the 3rd chain of this beginning chain. So 1, 2, 3, so you're going to insert your crochet hook into that 3rd chain as you have before when you slip joined the other 4 rows. Again, you can do this either through the front loop only, or you can try to go through both of these loops, and then you're just going to work a slip join. So take your yarn and then pull through all of those loops. And that is the end of round 5. So I'm going to go ahead, I usually like to do the chain 2 pinch pull method to fasten off. It just creates a secure knot. So I'm going to go ahead and chain 2, and I'm going to cut off a piece of yarn. Then once you got your chain 2, pinch and pull, and that's going to create that secure knot. Now you can weave this in a couple of ways. You can weave in either using your crochet hook and just go in through the top loops and just go this way, and then just turn your work over and keep doing it this way. Or you can use a yarn needle, which I like to use sometimes, but if I don't have my yarn needle, I'll use the crochet hook method as well. So go ahead and thread your yarn needle. And what I like to do is I like to go into the front loops only and just twist, go into the front loop, twist, go into the front loop, and keep doing that until you think you have enough in there to pull this through. Some twist, go into the front loop, twist, go into the front loop, twist, go into the front loop, and I like to pull through all these loops, and of course I like to make sure I have enough in there, so then I don't want to waste any of this tail. So corner again, front loop, twist, front loop, twist, front loop, and I like to do the twist around the front loops. To me, it just creates a more secure thing. I'm just trying to formulate the words. I mean, you can go further down, but As long as you have enough of this underneath all these loops and secure, then you can go ahead and just take your pair of scissors and fasten off like that. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you how to do is how to change colors within your granny squares. So let me grab some different colored yarn. So just for sake of purposes, I have this color of yarn here. Now, the great advantage of when you're changing colors after a completed square is you can choose any of your 4 corner chain spaces you want. And basically, I like to do what's known as a standalone double crochet stitch. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to insert my crochet hook into any corner chain space, take your yarn, your different colored yarn, insert it over the hook like that, and then make sure you have this secure, and pull it through, and then make sure this tail is out of the way, and then you take your yarn, insert, and then you're going to pull this tail so this creates like a little knot. Well, like a little secure knot. I'm having a little trouble here. Give me a second. There we go. Or if you really want a secure knot, you can just tie a knot around it and work it that way. But I like to do the standalone. So once you have this in place, you're going to chain 3 because you're creating a standalone double crochet. And then this will act as your first double crochet of the corner cluster. Then you're going to work 2 more double crochets like you would with any other corner chain space. Oops, yarn's got a little away from me. Do you 1 more, and make sure you weave this tail in as you go. And then there's your 3 double crochets, and then as with any other corner, you're going to go ahead, you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to yarn over and work your 3 double crochets into the same chain space. Make sure you get the tail weaved in too. 1, 2, and 3. And then you see how I successfully changed colors in your granny square. So you're gonna basically repeat the same process as you would creating a new row, working all the way. Let me zoom out a little bit. All the way around here, and then once you get to the very end, you're just going to do a slip join to the 3rd chain of the start. And then that is how you change colors when working a granny square. All right, and then this is what your finished granny square is going to look like. Let me zoom out so you can see that better. And you see how I got all 5 of the rounds all done in the same color, and I also showed you how to change colors starting from the corner chain space all the way around. Yes, forget the clog. I just have to then move it. So, and that is how you successfully work a granny square. Alright, so I hope everyone enjoyed today's tutorial as much fun as I had creating it. Now, granny squares are a very versatile thing that can be used for a lot of projects. Most commonly is for Afghans, and then if you've seen my previous video for the Patchwork Dreams blanket, that consists of a lot of granny squares, so that can be used for such a project. So hope this video has shown you how to create a granny square and how to improve your skill set and adding the granny square to your crocheting repertoire. Hope everyone stays going well today. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified when new videos are being released. So, gotta spread love and not hate. Love each other, help each other out, be there for one another, be there for yourself. Good mental health is very important. Stay true to yourself, love yourself, and don't let anyone deter you from your path. So, and on that note, take care of yourselves and each other.